China has a history of being able to control its population. Both already in imperial times, there was this idea of making a distinction between the urban and rural citizenship. Yeah? So right now we call this the hukou. Ever since the 50s, it's a system that's called the hukou. Basically, link people back to their place of birth. Yeah? And that is a great way to control the mobility in your society. This is of course not happening in South America or in Africa, where people just come to the city, and then the city has to deal with that. And that well, generates slums, as we know from Rio or Johannesburg or Nairobi, or in India, which is a completely different way of dealing with the movements of your population. Let's say completely uncontrolled urbanization, like we see it in other parts of the global south, we don't have that here. And that has to do with the fact that the government is in much more control of those processes. So first of all, until '78, people were simply not allowed to move to another place or from the countryside to the city. And after the opening up, it was step by step allowed to do that. But still, a lot of people, for example, 1/3 of the population of Shanghai is still non-registered as a urban citizen. They are rural citizens that are also have their education and their insurance and their healthcare in the village of their birth. Basically, what this created somehow is second-class citizens that are the rural citizens that become basically the workers for this urbanization project. Yeah? So the people that work in the factories are, in 90% of the cases, are farmers that come from the countryside and that want to improve their life. So they seek a job in the city to create a better life for themselves, which is completely legitimate, of course, but withholding these people from all the legal status and is, of course, giving them a second-class position as opposed to urban citizens. And this is a mechanism that works all the same everywhere in the world. I mean, the Mexicans in the US have the same status, and the Africans that are entering Europe and trying to seek a better life for themselves, or people from Morocco or Turkey have the same position somehow. So it's a mechanism that works everywhere the same, but here the main difference is that it works within the country like this. So you have people of with the same passport that have this position within their own country.